Hello class, welcome back. In this video, we'll finish the exercises on discontinued ops. I'm going to talk about 3 multiple choice questions. They are in slides 43 to 45. So you should pause the video, go to our slides and check it out, do it yourself, and then we can come back to talk about these 3 exercises. Number 1, review question. Kansela Baseball Bat Company reported income before taxes of $375,000. This amount included a 75 loss. So the 75 loss is already part of this 375. And this is a discontinued ops for the $75,000. The amount reported as income from continuing operations, assuming a tax rate of 40%. So this income from continuing operations should be after tax, right? After tax. Now, what is the correct answer? If you worked on it, the correct answer is B. And how do we come up with B? Number 1, from this 375 and the 75, we can calculate the income from continuing operations before tax, right? Because this 375 is before tax. So then, one is positive 375 and the other is a negative loss, right? So it's 375 minus a loss of 75. A loss and then a minus, they are combined to be a positive. So then total is 375 plus 75. This is pre-tax. That's why later on, look at the formula below, we need to subtract the 40% tax, and the remaining is 1 minus 0.4 times this 375 plus 75 equals 270. This is B. Number 2, in this question, this medical company adopted a plan to discontinue its generic drug division, which qualifies as the separate component. So this qualifies as discontinued operations. The disposal of the division was expected to conclude it by March 30th, 2019. So it's going to be the next year. On December the 1st, 2018, so in 2018, this is held for sale, right? We need to compare whether there's going to be an impairment loss. The following information is related to discontinued division. Number 1, operating loss, right? This is about the operation. You have a loss of 195. Excess of book value over fair value less cost to sell. So our book, right, the asset is greater than the price we are able to sell. So this is also gonna be a loss, impairment loss. In its income statement for the year ended in 2018, what would the company report? A before tax loss on discontinued operations? The answer is 220. It is simply using 195 plus 25, right? Look at the question. It is a before tax total loss. Number 1 is the operating loss. The other is the impairment loss. Impairment loss is due to we have a higher book value than the fair value. Number 3, the Trident Corp results for the year ended in 2018 includes the following material items. Well, we have sales revenue, cost of goods sold, sales and selling and administrative expenses, gain on sale, loss on discontinued operations, as well as restructuring costs. And then the question asks the company's income from continuing operations before income taxes is, the answer is D. If you did it right, you must know that the question asks for continuing operations. So we need to do is to satisfy, is to separate what is continue, what is not. And then we pick those belonging to continuing operations and calculate the net. Well, sales revenue is the beginning line, so definitely it is. And then cost of goods sold should be subtracted from the sales revenue. Selling and admin expense is also part of the operating expense. Gain on sale, this is a non-operating expense, but also from continuing operations. Now, loss on discontinued operation is not gonna be included in the calculation. So I just cross it. Restructuring cost, it is a continuing operation and it's also an expense, so needs to be subtracted. The answer is D. So we use 8.2 minus 4.8 minus 2 million minus plus 300. Sorry, this is a gain on sale. I almost forgot. So it's a plus because it's a gain. So plus $300,000 minus $280,000 equals $1.42 million. Now, I hope by doing these multiple choice questions, you have a better idea of how under multiple choice question would these discontinued ops questions be show up. So make sure you read the question carefully, you know, whether the tax should be calculated, it is continue or held for sale, right? Under which step, is it a loss? Should I minus a loss? So remember the sign, plus or minus. It's very easy to get confused by these small mistakes. I hope you have a much better understanding of discontinued operations. I'll see you in the next video.